right, guys, and joining us right now from Hickory, North Carolina, it's Texas Rangers outfielder Maxton Martin. Max, what's going on, bud?
Nothing much. Just excited to be here.
Hey, wait a minute. Do you go by Maxton or do you go by Max?
I mean, whatever you want to call me. I mean, my parents. My parents use my full name, but whatever you want to call.
If you've ever seen Coming to America, there's a scene where they're in the barber shop and they're talking about Muhammad Ali and Cassius. Who was Cassius Clay? And one of them says, "His mama call him Clay. I'm going to call him Clay." If your mom is calling you Maxton, I'm calling you Maxton. So Maxton. Good game last night. 3 for 5. A good win for
good season
for the team. You're over 300 with the batting average. How seems like a good start. You happy?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Just trying to stay consistent every day. So,
how does a young man like yourself stay consistent?
I mean, I think it's in what I do every day before the games. I think that's a big part of it. Just my routines and how I'm taking care of everything. I think that's a big part of what has kept me through the season.
What it's something everybody says, their routine, and you're playing a lot more than you've ever played. So, is it how much of a grind is it to make yourself do everything the same way every day?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. I mean, the biggest thing is just doing the little things like the fundamentals. It's very easy to just want to go in the cage and just hit homers as far as I can, but that's not going to show up in the game. So it's very important to, just keep the fundamentals and keep it simple, and then go in the game and just keep it simple and hit. So
yeah. So what's a typical day look like for you? Looks like you're obviously in your housing in Hickory right now. What time do you get to the ballpark and start getting to work?
Yeah, so it depends on the day. I mean, for the most part, like yesterday, we had early work hitting. So we were there at around 11:30, 11:45. Okay. But that's not an everyday thing.
Yeah.
Normally we'll be at the field. First thing will be 1:15 to 1:30. So I'll show up maybe hour and a half before that, and just get everything dialed in. And then we just practice before the game, BP, defense, basic baseball stuff. And then we go for the game, and then that's it.
All right. So a double last night. You've homered already this season. Is it power comes, I guess, with age? Are you starting to see some more power?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like to start the season, I was kind of more just focusing on barrels and just seeing the pitch location, pitch shapes, all that, and just working on just getting hits, getting I guess just showing up every game. And so I think the power will come, and I think home runs are just accidents. So we'll just see from then on.
Those are pretty good accidents.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Okay, and then it looks like you're playing pretty much only in the outfield right now, but you do have some first base background. I guess Pablo Guerrero over there is getting some first base time. Where are you most comfortable in the field?
So yeah, last year I played first and outfield. I split it about 50-50, I think, or something like that. Honestly, I don't really care where I play. I'm comfortable wherever they need me. But left field's where I've been playing for this season, and I really like it there. So as of right now, I would say left field, pretty comfortable with that.
Okay.
We have a lot of first basemen on the team, so whatever keeps me in the lineup.
I could have sworn that I saw you playing first during one of those inter squad games that they had during spring training, and I was like, boy, I remember him drafted as an outfielder, but yeah, he played some first. So the important thing is be versatile, right?
Mhm.
And do you think you could go to right field and to center field if called upon?
Yeah, for sure. I think I could. I mean, I feel like left and right are virtually the same exact thing, same exact position. Center field, same thing. First, wherever I'll play wherever they need me to play. So
Yeah, yeah, I got you. I mean, now you're still 19 or another couple weeks. Um, is this how you envisioned it when you signed? I mean, it's a long path to the major leagues unless you're, Wyatt Langford. But do you is
Yeah, but
this
he was out
kind
of
of
college. He
is
was
this right? Is this kind of how you envision things going at this point? The grind, as they call it.
for the most part, yeah, because my brother played professional baseball, so he kind
Right.
of um, gave me a ton of information on what it's going to be like, what to do, what not to do. So that was a big help in that, having him just kind of pave the way for me. And yeah, I mean, I feel like that was a big advantage that I had. But, I got to learn firsthand on some things and how the body feels and, how the mind feels and the failures and all that. So uh, I've learned a lot over the past 2 seasons so far. And,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the goal is just to keep it going and just keep working, keep getting better. So
Yeah, I think the cool thing that maybe goes overlooked is that you're with the same group of guys pretty much the whole way. I mean, it starts with the draft, and you're drafted in 2023, but there are a lot of guys from that 23 draft that you've been with your whole professional career. So, like, who are you closest to? Who are your bros that maybe you live with them? I don't know. Who have you
um,
come closest to?
hmm. As of right now, I'd probably say Pablo, because last year we played all year together. So and we both worked first base like every single day.
Yeah,
So I would say I was pretty close with him. Chandler Pollard, I'm pretty close with because I played with him in 2023.
yeah.
And he's around the same age as me. And then, I mean, a lot of the guys I'm close with on the team, I mean, we're all good friends. There's no problems with the team. But yeah, I would say probably those two would be the two closest
Okay.
over the past couple seasons that I've played with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're 19,
Mm-hmm.
but Luke Savage is on your team, and we've had
Mm-hmm.
him. On the
Yeah,
show
him
before.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's from our area, and but he went to TCU where I went to college, but he's like 4 or 5 years older than you. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a big difference.
It is funny how a lot of the guys are like I'm good friends with them, and then they're like, "Oh, you're 19, I'm 23 or whatever." It's like,
Yeah,
hey, I mean, I don't know what to say. Like,
that's all right. That's all right. Well, age is just a number, right?
Well,
John?
he should be a sophomore in college. If you think about it, I've got a son your age. He'll be 20 this summer. He's a sophomore in college. So, that's where you should be right now, but you're a professional athlete now. So yeah, the age difference, in college, you're playing with guys right around your age, somewhere from 18 to probably 21, somewhere in there. Now you got some 23, 24-year-olds you'll be sharing and wait till you get up higher in the levels. There'll be some guys a lot older and maybe a few that are a lot younger.
Getting shaved tips and
Yeah.
Canadian advice and income tax stuff, all these old person things that happen when you get older.
Yeah.
Okay, so it seems like the popular thing to say in the organization is just be where my feet are. Don't look too far ahead. Don't get too excited about things. I know it's early in the season. What goals do you lay out for yourself at the start of a year? I mean, what goals maybe did you set out for this year?
Yeah. So I think a big thing I learned last year was when I set my goals, it was more like statistical goals, and I thought that was like the key was like focusing on average, home runs, all that. But I think this year my goals were just more mental and like physical goals. Like I just want to show up, good attitude, just get better every single day, and just be able to fail and then just like keep going and keep going, because baseball is a game of failure. And yeah, it happens a lot more in pro ball than it did in high school for me. So I had to learn that. And then also keeping my body healthy. That's a big goal for me for the season, because it's a long season.
How much weight have you gained, or how have you changed physically since you walked out of high school and into the pro ball?
So I think when I graduated, I was around maybe 205, maybe like 202, around there. And then last year, or in 2024, I was I kind of bulked up and I was around like 210, 212.
Okay.
But I didn't really like how I felt. I felt like my body was like, it was almost too much size. So then I cut back down this year, and I'm around 205 right now.
Okay.
And yeah, it feels a lot better than I did last year. So
it's probably a different 205 though.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's a little
for sure.
more muscle
leaner.
or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
On the goal thing, that's great. And you can control how you practice, you can control your effort level, and once it leaves the bat, you really don't have any control on where it goes and what the outcome is going to be. But if you keep finding barrels, then good things are going to happen. I always ask the goal question, I guess, because I've been covering this team for a long time. When the Rangers had Josh Hamilton on the team, you were 2 when they got him. He always set the goal of 30 home runs, 100 RBIs, and a 300 average. And he was and just this elite talent who was able to do that stuff. But it always seemed like you could get caught in trying to chase those numbers and then make bad things happen. So I commend you on your approach here this year. Yeah, don't say, I'm going to hit 40 homers, because he may end up with 14. So
yeah.
All right. So the way our show works is that I ask those baseball kind of questions, and John kind of gets into knowing Maxton Martin. But I will have plenty of interruptions. So you've not heard the last of me yet. But John, it's time for you.
All right. So, Maxton, you're out of you went to Southridge High School, right, in Kennewick, Washington. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Did you play any other sports? I mean, you're a baseball player. Anything else you played?
Yeah. So growing up, I played baseball, basketball, and football. Baseball was always the number one. Always my dad played baseball at Texas State and in college, and then my grandpa played with the Angels in the minor leagues and another team. So we've always been a baseball family. Even my sister played softball. My brother plays baseball, so it's always been baseball. But I played baseball, football, basketball all the way till freshman year of high school, and I had to drop basketball because it was just too much overlap in between the seasons. So I had to just focus on baseball and football.
What'd you play in football?
I played quarterback.
Wow. All right.
What kind of offense are we running here?
It changed over the 4 years, but my last 2 seasons we ran a wing tee offense.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll toughen you up.
That's it. So let me ask you this: were you recruited at all in football?
Not really. No, I didn't. I wasn't as good at football as I was baseball, but I didn't take it as serious as I did baseball, so I wasn't really recruited.
No, I did look at the map because when you think, oh, he's from Washington, there's so many cities around Seattle that you don't really know about. So I looked at the map, and you are much closer to Pendleton, Oregon, than you are Seattle.
Yep.
It's not even close.
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking about how you don't get as much rain. What is the closest big town to you?
Probably Portland, I would assume. I think Portland's like 3 hours away. Seattle's like 4 hours away from where I'm from.
Yeah.
I would probably say, well, I guess if Pullman counts as a big town.
Well, they got a big college there.
They got a college. probably Portland would be my guess on that.
Okay.
Okay. Well, speaking of Portland, have you ever seen the documentary, The Battered Bastards of Baseball?
I've heard of it, but I don't think I've seen it. No.
It's on Netflix. You got to watch it. It's about the Portland Mavericks, I think they were called. And anyway, it's really good. You'll love it. There used to be a minor league team there that was independent ball. Okay, so you were committed. You were going to go to the University of Oregon out of high school. Do you have any other schools that you were looking at, or you thought of, or did you commit early? Or
yeah. So they offered me my sophomore summer. It was them. I got offered from Gonzaga and UW, and so I was looking at those three schools. I went on a visit to UW. I really liked it there, but I think once I went to once I visited Oregon, I was like, yeah, I think I want to go here. So I chose Oregon out of those three. I talked to some other schools, but those are my main three offers. So yeah.
Okay, now you ended up not going. You got drafted in the 11th round of 2023. So I want to talk about that in just a second. But the one thing I always ask about guys that get drafted. Now you see these drafts, the NFL drafts going on right now, but even in the MLB draft, and I was at the draft last year here in the Metroplex, there are guys that show up wherever the draft is because they're obviously going to be first-round talent. They're going there. You probably weren't wherever the draft was. You had committed to Oregon. Where were you when you got drafted, and how did you find out you'd been drafted?
Let me think. That was. Oh yeah. So okay, I was actually at my house. So at that time, I was playing for the Walla Walla Sweets, which is a West Coast League summer team. In case I didn't get drafted or didn't sign, I would have just kept playing for them and then went to Oregon. So I was actually at home, and it was actually kind of cool because my brother got the All-Star break off because like the minor leagues don't play. So he came home. He like surprised me at home. It was kind of cool. And then, yeah, so I was at home and we were watching the draft tracker. We had it on the TV, had it on my dad's laptop. And then my agent called me and was like, yeah, the Rangers are going to take you right here for this next pick. Like, be ready. And I was like, okay. And then we all celebrated, and it was a cool moment. So, yeah.
Now, yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah. So you didn't sign though till the cutoff day.
Mm-hmm.
How close was it that you almost went to college?
It was pretty close. It was a long situation that happened kind of between the team and my agent and me. And yeah, there was a lot of things going on, and so I didn't really know if it was worth it, but big thing for me is I just wanted to play baseball and work on that every day. And so I ended up just being like, this is what I want to do. And I'm going to take this signing and not look back. So it was really close for me going to college, but yeah.
Yeah. Who was the area scout who
It was Gary McGraw.
You. Oh yeah. Sure.
Gary McGraw.
He gets all those guys.
The Pacific Northwest guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so
yeah,
you're not looking back. Good deal. Glad to hear it.
Okay, so all right, so let's get into some of your favorite stuff now. So you some of your favorite stuff to do. What is your favorite food now? Everybody, look, you guys are on special diets. You do all of that, but if you're in a hurry and you've got to run through a fast food joint somewhere and do that, what's the place Maxton's going to? He's gonna. What are you gonna go get?
Probably Chipotle. Honestly, I like.
That's the popular answer.
Yeah.
Do you get a burrito or a bowl?
I get a bowl. Yeah.
Okay, what's in the bowl? What do you usually get?
I normally do brown rice, steak, queso, cheese, and like lettuce and corn, and then mix it up, and that's my order. So
you get a double order too? I mean, you guys chow some calories.
Not normally, but maybe sometimes.
Yeah, the very underrated, and I'm glad you do it, is the scoop of queso.
I do that.
It really makes the burrito bowl.
Yeah.
But you then you get the cheese on top of that. I don't do that. That's a lot of dairy.
This
Yeah.
guy's got calories, man. He's working it
Yeah,
up.
I need the calories and protein.
Absolutely, man. Okay,
Yeah.
so now let's talk about your favorite kind of food. What is your favorite kind of food or type of food? Are you an Italian guy? You like steaks? You like pizza? Seafood? What do you like?
Yeah, I mean, in my house, I mean, we eat a lot, so I don't really have a favorite, but I will say a big thing this off season, me and my brother were doing was eating lots of steak and like steak and potatoes and stuff like that. We do that a lot, so I would
Can't
probably
go
say
wrong.
steak.
What cut? You like a ribeye or you like a T-bone? What is your favorite cut?
Yeah, ribeye. I like ribeye or like New York strips, pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean anything, any type of steak. Honestly, I mean I'll eat whatever.
Okay, so now this is one of my favorite ones too. Home cooked meal. What is your favorite home cooked meal and who cooks it? Did grandma get you something? Does mom cook something you love? It's a special day. It's your birthday, something. You get to pick the meal. One of them's going to make it. Who's making what for you for your favorite home cooked meal?
Probably my mom. She cooks. She cooks all my meals growing up, and let me think. Oh, my mom makes taco casserole, and it's like almost like lasagna, but it's like taco flavored,
Yeah.
and it's pretty good. So she makes that, and I love that. So
And she's got 3 ball players, including your sister, apparently. So y'all probably she probably has to make like 4 loads of it to get
yeah.
everybody fed. You guys can shovel it in, I imagine.
Yep. Yeah. So
Is your sister older or younger?
older. I'm the youngest in the family. So
Okay.
Oh, the baby mom's gonna watch this, and my baby's getting interviewed. All right.
yeah.
So let me ask you this: spare time. What do you do in your? Do you hunt? Do you fish? Do you play golf? Do you do video games? What do you like to do in your spare time when you're not playing baseball?
Yeah. So in season, I mean, not much spare time. I mean, there's some time after or before the game, but for the most part, it's just baseball. But in the off season, me and my brother and my dad, we all lift, and that's basically like all we do. We lift, and I mean, I'll play some video games at home or hang out with my friends or hang out with my family. But for the most part, like I spend a lot of my time at home lifting because my dad's a bodybuilder, so
really?
we lift a lot. So that's basically all I'm doing.
Your dad's a bodybuilder. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now those dudes have strict diets.
Yes.
hmm
That's crazy stuff.
Now, what about mom? Was she an athlete?
She likes to say she was, but she's a nurse. But nah, I mean she played sports in high school, but yeah, she's a nurse. So
Now, where did they meet? Are your parents from up there, or were they?
yeah. So my mom's from Richland and my dad's from Kennewick. They met, I think, in Tri-Cities. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right. So that's pretty interesting though, the baseball stuff. Your dad went to Texas State.
Mhm.
How did he get down there?
Yeah. How did he end up down there in San Marcos?
Yeah. I mean, you'd probably have to ask him how it all went, but he went to LC and played there, and then I think got seen there and I don't know, had an offer or something, and got down there to Texas State, and yeah, I played there.
I mean, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty good in baseball right now. Paul Goldschmidt's from there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's
yeah,
what
I
Paul.
mean,
There's a few guys.
They'll win one of those. I think they beat Texas earlier this year.
They did. They did beat Texas, who's the number one
One
team.
of those midweek games, and their football team made a bowl this year, so they're
Yeah.
kind of. I mean, it's not a small school. They have 20,000
Right.
kids that go there. Apparently, it's a huge party school.
Yeah. So your dad might have had some fun there.
Yeah, so your
Yeah.
dad
I don't know.
rush a couple beers. I don't know.
All right. So we always end with a good question that I'm going to end in just a second. But I got to ask this: if you grew up there, now did you grow up a Mariners fan?
I mean, yeah, I would say so. I was a big Mike Trout guy growing up. Big
For the Angels, maybe.
fan. But when I was younger, we did go to the games, and so, and that's honestly like some of the only baseball games I went to growing up were the Mariners games. And so like I was a big Ichiro fan growing up. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I would say I was a Seattle fan growing up.
Hey, how many home runs did you hit in high school?
Through the school season or through like summer or,
Yeah,
or
for the school. Yeah.
for the school, my senior year I hit 5.
Okay.
Junior year I only hit 2, and then I didn't have a sophomore year because of
COVID.
coronavirus.
Yeah.
And then freshman year I didn't have that either. It got canceled too. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was like 2 and then 5. I got walked a lot my senior year though, because a lot of them didn't want to pitch to me. So, but yeah, I had 5.
I mean, that's what happens with good high school players.
They do. Yeah. They don't see a lot.
And it makes it hard to scout because they go to watch a guy and they're like, hey, this guy's good. And he may get like
That's why they get
one good pitch to hit the whole game.
Yeah, that's why the summer ball is usually where you get scouted too. When did you kind of know you had a chance to get drafted? Were you junior year, senior year? You had some scouts talking to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think my brother, when he got drafted, it was kind of like, okay, like this is a possibility for me too. And my dad kind of instilled that on me, like that I could do this too. Like if I want to be like him, I got to put the work in and all that. So I'd probably say like I really hit my growth spurt and started to kind of get bigger and stronger and hit the ball harder around my sophomore season. I had a really good summer. That was when I got all my offers and stuff. So after that, it was like, okay, like now I got the D1 offers. Like, let's just keep it going and let's try to see what I can do at the next level. So, yeah.
All right, last question. We're going to get you out of here, Max. And this will be out later today. I followed you on some socials, so I'll try to tag you with it and get them out there to the family for you so they can see it. We asked a lot of these guys, what is something that nobody knows about Maxton Martin? And let me give you some answers that we got from some other people. Your general manager and president of baseball operations, Chris Young, he's a true crime junkie. He said when he gets spare times, he likes to watch true crime documentaries, stuff like that. We've had some guys tell us they, got their finger cut off when they were 5 years old and attached. Things that happen nobody thinks about. What is something that nobody knows about Maxton Martin?
Oh man. I mean, I'll say maybe something I don't really talk about, but that I'm very interested in is like I really am bought in on like learning about psychology and like how like humans work. I think it's very interesting how kind of like we process things and how we like just how we react to things. I think it's really interesting how like the brain naturally works for us. So that's something I don't really talk about that much, but I'm very interested on that. So
you read some books on it and stuff?
Yeah, I always see stuff on like social media or I'll watch videos on it and yeah. So, yeah.
I'll say this. That's the first time we've ever had anybody give a highbrow answer like that.
No kidding. Yeah.
Don't be ashamed of that. Follow that, baby. Go.
Yeah.
Hey, and in pro sports, it's probably an important aspect of pro sports.
Yeah, for sure.
Is the psychology. We had on Hannah Huseman, she came on with us a couple years. She did the sports psychologist part of the big league team. She's moved on now. She got married, and her husband's a football coach, and so they moved on. And I think she just had a kid last year or so.
Maybe.
Anyway, Maxton, listen, we know that your schedule's very busy. We really appreciate you coming on. We'll get you on another time. We usually get guys on multiple times, and we'll run into you at spring training next year. We're going to come find you and say hello and do that.
Hopefully before then, though.
Yeah, hopefully before then, especially towards the end of the year, we try to get some guys back on if we can. But we really appreciate it. Jeff, anything else?
No, yeah, good talking to you. Good meeting you. Stick with that routine and keep it up.
Yep. Thank you guys for having me.
You got it. That's Maxton Martin, guys. Right after this, we're going to go down the bus leads.